Hey traders, this is Terry from Harmonic Forex. Today, the date is the 24th of August. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna run through some great harmonic setups that are happening across the S&P index, the pound dollar, the euro pound, as well as the Aussie yen. So how I'm going to analyze the market is to use harmonic patterns and the concepts that is taught by Scott Carney, which is my mentor. So using this framework of thought, I'm going to share with you how I'm looking at the market and how you can potentially, learn free knowledge from me and I'll try to simplify whatever I learn and to help you understand the concept better. So without further ado, I will start off with the S&P index. So what I see yesterday was there was a gap up and immediately it closed back down. So there are a few things here. I want to talk about a bigger pattern formation that's coming up. The first one is I actually see a shark pattern that looks like this. And potentially I could see the S&P, a few things have to happen. So first thing is tomorrow when the market opens for the US market, it has to close the gap first, and if it does not rebound from here and it continues coming down, potentially breaking the trend line, this trend line here, I could see the S&P index go back down to 2152, which is only a 30 points drop. Yeah, so it's about 1.5% down from the current market price. If it comes back down here, I might be interested to go long on it. Yeah, or if you notice, the S&P has been on a tear recently, and I'm not sure what major news is gonna happen this week, but I foresee the NFP next week, which could it could happen when the market is here at the support, and it could just push the market higher. But from now till before NFP, I expect the market to correct, and it should likely come down as long as it fulfills the criteria that I laid out. So I repeat again, it has for it to come down to 2152. First thing, tomorrow it likely, the next 2 days it has to close the gap, and upon closing the gap, it does not show any strength and rally. It has to break this trend line and it continues coming down. What I like is on the RSI, you have a high here, and it made a higher high, but it has a lower high on the RSI. This is what we call divergence, which is a lack of real strength to move the market higher. Usually when this happens, the market will do some form of retracement or correction, if you call it. Yeah, so this is the SPX. Because I'm mainly a FX trader, so I will always look at the SPX and use it to determine what kind of trades I'm gonna do for the upcoming week on the currency market. Yeah, so after analyzing the SPX, I came to a conclusion on how I will trade the pound dollar. Yep, so the pound dollar, okay, let me clear everything up. Okay, what I see is another shark pattern. You can call me the shark trader. This is one of the most powerful pattern that I learned from Scott Carney, and the fact is that not many people understand what this is all about. Yeah. So I see the same correlation in SPX and the pound dollar. Both have completed a shark pattern. I like this pound dollar shark pattern more. Why? Because C point is at the 113 of the AB leg extension. This is usually the most powerful. It signifies a regret, upon breaking the high, now I'm regretting and I want to come down. But usually we will not predict a turn from here unless it breaks some form of trend line or structure. So in this case, I see this trend line being broken, and I expect the pound dollar to continue weakening this week, and if it can break below this 1.3025 zone, this zone here, okay, just let me draw it in. Okay, this is my rectangle. So this is the critical zone here. This is a former support resistance zone that I'm looking at. So once it comes down here, it gets supported, it might go up. If it comes and breaks below here, we can short on the pullback down to the point D at 1.2900 to 1.2910. This is the zone that I'm looking at. So right now, if you are a patient and experienced harmonic trader, what you would do is you will wait for this formation to complete and you go long around this zone here. Yep. Potentially you will look to raise about 50 pips to potentially go for I would say, okay, let me just close this up. Still getting used to trading view. Okay, my stop loss will have to go around 2840. Okay, then I'll look for first profit target around 1.3 and a second profit target around this previous high at about 1.3280. Yeah, so potentially you get at least a 1:3 kind of a risk to reward on the first TP and 1:5 kind of reward on the second TP. So this pound dollar. Thirdly, I'm looking at the euro pound too. We actually did a long setup earlier this week because we're trying to catch this point C reversal. Yeah, but sometimes part and parcel of trading is to lose. And what I see right now is okay, just let me clear everything up. Okay, I see a ABCD pattern for completing on the pound dollar. So this is it, 85.60. I hope it comes back down once again to touch the 85.60 level. It might come down right now from here. It might go up a little bit to the previous high and come down one more time. Once it comes to the 85.60 level, this is where it completes the ABCD pattern. Sorry. Yep, ABCD. So if it completes this pattern, the market trend for this pair is still pretty bullish, and I expect price to go up higher. On a pattern perspective, we do have, let me see, what do we have here. I don't know what we have, but it could be a retest of this 87.20 zone where we can look to go short on a double top pattern, but it should take time. Meanwhile, look for long setups around 85.60 if it comes back here. Risk to reward, it looks something like this. So I'll probably use a 20 pip stop loss because it's a very slow moving pair, but I would like to go for a home run move to around 87. Yeah, so potentially you can look at a 6.8 risk to reward on this setup on euro pound, and good luck. Last but not least, I want to talk about the Aussie yen, which is a pair which I analyzed over the weekend. So what I do see is that the Aussie yen, there's a potential kind of a double bottom structure completing. On the H1, I see a potential 3 drive pattern that is likely to complete at about 76, which is a round number. So once price comes down to this 76 zone, how I'm gonna plan my trade is that I will want the RSI first to get oversold, and I hope to see some form of divergence. You already see one little divergence here on the RSI. Yep, so I hope that when it comes down here, it forms a lower low, but it still hangs around this 30 level on the RSI. This 3 drive pattern should likely drive the Aussie yen up, and potentially I'm gonna look at some structures for profit taking, so at least 100 pips for this move, and if I'm lucky and I get a home run, I might be able to get it to 77.80. So in terms of risk to reward, If I get long at 76, my stop loss will be around 50 pips. So I'll put about 50 pips of reward, loss, stop loss, and profit target about 100 pips for TP1 and 195 pips. No, sorry, a little bit less. 180 pips for TP2. So it can be a 1:3.5 kind of a trade. And this is how I'm gonna tackle the Aussie yen. Okay, I'm done with my analysis for this week. We have 3 guys on our team, which is Boon Hui, Snehan, and me. We are all on TradingView. If you need trading ideas, feel free to follow us on TradingView. And Scott Carney is in our team too, but he seldom posts on TradingView. And yeah, you can follow all of us free of charge. And I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something from it. If you like it, please give me some comments, drop a like on the video, and do share this video around. Video analysis is totally free of charge, and I'm just glad that I'm able to share good knowledge that I have been using to profit from the market with all of you guys. So I'm done for the week. Thank you so much for spending the last 10 to 15 minutes with me. I hope that you learned something, and I hope to talk to you again next week. For my students wise, if you have happened to listen to this video, I'll be away for the next 10 days. I'll be going to China to do some seminars and to touch base with my students in China. So if you have anything, feel free to talk to me on Facebook, WhatsApp, and probably just leave a comment on my TradingView so that I can reply to you. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you guys again